Good evening. Very good evening to all of you. Good evening, Andrew sir.
Good evening, Ankit. Dear
Yes.
participants, is my voice audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am the speaker, sir,
Ah,
from Bodhi Academy.
Hi, Mr. Sushil.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes. So we are good to begin our session for today.
Yes, sir.
Today's webinar is on the future prospects that we basically get from the government sector. And as you all most likely be knowing that entry into government jobs have to go through some competitive exams, and many of our youngsters, many times they don't know which are these exams, when they are conducted, what is the difficulty level, how to answer these exams, how to get through. So this webinar today, participants, will provide you all such details. So I hope your entire attention, your focus will be here. At the end of the webinar, you all can post your questions to our resource person. The resource person for today's webinar is Mr. Sushil Tripathi. He's a pioneer in the field of education, not only in Goa, but also had his presence in many other cities of the country. He came to Goa as an educational coordinator in a Time Institute in Margao and Panjim Center. His focus is to provide small but little goals, targeted benefits, achievement for his students, and through that, he has mentored quite many students in the past. So, Mr. Sushil, welcome to this webinar.
Thank you, sir.
On behalf of Father Agnel College, our principal, staff, and management, I thank you for conducting this webinar, and I now hand over the session to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words, sir. Thank you so much. Uh, okay. Very good evening to all of you. I hope I am audible to all of you. Okay. So, a very good evening to all of you. My name is Sushil Tripathi. I'm into education. I've been training and preparing students for various competitive exams. Okay. So before I start this webinar, I would just want to tell you about myself a little bit so that you'll get an idea. Okay. So basically, by profession, I'm an engineer. I did my engineering in mechanical in 2003 from Indore. Just considered to be one of the cleanest city in India, which is known to be one of the cleanest city in India. And after doing my engineering, I worked with Hindustan Lever. I worked with Bajaj, but then I left Bajaj and worked with Hindustan Lever and then Johnson and Johnson. But my inclination toward mathematics brought me back into the education sector. Now, yes, Narayan, good evening. Good evenings. Narayan is my student, so Narayan, I have taught Narayan till 10th standard. Okay. So now, after working with Johnson and Johnson, I came into education sector, and then I worked across length and breadth of India. I worked in Mumbai, I worked in Pune, Delhi, I worked in Bangalore, and then I came to Goa. Before that, I was in Ahmedabad. So I worked it across all India. Now, when I came to Goa, I realized one thing, that the students are, there are students who are very capable. Why capable? Like when it comes to English, you guys are fantastic, and English is something which is very scoring subject. So most of the Goans are very good in English. So when I came to Goa, I realized that there are vacancies every year. There are multiple vacancies which come only for Goan, but lack of awareness, because of lack of awareness, because of lack of, they don't know where to go and prepare for these exams, and because of that they lose out on many vacancies. One such example I give you. Before pandemic, there is a government organization, central government organization, which is called LIC. I hope all of you know what LIC is. It's called Life Insurance Corporation, and they came up with a vacancy of LIC which is called Assistant Administrative Officer. Now the question is, do we have to go and sell insurances to people? So no. AAO is basically a central government job. Your job is not to sell insurance. Your job is to manage the day-to-day activities which is there in LIC office. Now for Goa state, the number of vacancies which came, I'm talking about before pandemic, I'm talking about 2019. Can anyone guess how many vacancies were there in LIC that particular year? Only for Goans? Any idea? Okay, not 200. Okay, that was all India level. It was much more than that. But I tell you about Goa. There were 33 vacancies. Now, when LIC hire people, they hire only locals because you have to deal with people who knows the local language, right? So LIC came up with 33 vacancies in all. You know how many Goans applied for that particular job? The number of Goans who applied for that job in that particular year, no, not 1000. There were only 11 applications when went to LIC from Goa. And you know how many got selected? Only one. So what went wrong here? The wrong what went wrong, I tell you. It's not, first thing is preparation, of course. Second thing is lack of information. This year again I tell you, 58 vacancies came only for Goans in exam like IBPS clerk. There is an exam IBPS. IBPS is basically there are 27 public sector banks which hire people, and for banking clerk exam they have to hire local people. Unless there is local people, they don't get into the job. They have to hire people from other state in order to fill the vacancies, and that is why you see many outsiders are taking your job. And why outsiders are taking our job, the precise reason for this is because Goans are not applying for those jobs. You know. So I hope, Simon, I have answered your question. Why? Because we are not applying for the government jobs, which are there are vacancies which are lying, and we are not applying for the job. So it's not the fault; it is our fault. So I'm going to tell you about the various entrance exam which you can answer, and what are the entrance exams which are there where you can get jobs at local. Local means in Goa itself, right? So shall we start with our presentation? Anyone else is supposed to join? Andrew sir, can we start the presentation now?
Yes, sir, you can go ahead.
Yeah, there are some more people which are joining, so I know.
Uh, Sir, most likely this is going to be the number approximately. So I think we can go ahead,
Yes,
and
sir.
if you can join us in between.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
So let's go ahead with this presentation. Okay. Uh, just one second. Okay. You guys can see the screen.
No.
Okay. Just one second. Now it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once again, welcome to all of you from the Bodhi Academy. Career options after graduation, and whatever doubts you have, you can always, you can ask it. Don't answer. But we'll do the question answer round that in message box later on. Let's start with, and then whatever doubts you have, you can always ask question. You can always stop in between. Okay. So this webinar is all about career options after graduation in public sector, mostly in government job. So why government job? So what are the perks and incentive of government job? So one thing is very clear that you get lot of security. Job security is something which all of us are looking for. So job security is one thing which is there. Second thing is the packages. Now after seventh pay commission, the amount of the salaries which are being offered in government job has suddenly gone up. Like if you join as a bank PO, probationary officer in State Bank of India, your average starting salary is somewhere 70,000 rupees per month. That is on a probation period, and once you complete that probation, the salary can touch up to 1 lakh rupees per month. And that too, I'm talking about in hand salary, not. And then you get other perks and incentive of being into a government job. You get loan at cheaper price. You have other monetary benefit. You get LTA, leave traveling allowance. So there are multiple things which are there. Multiple perks and incentives are there, and most important is job security, which all of us want in a uncertain time. Like after corona, it is job security is something which everyone is looking for. Okay. Now common misconception about government job is that many people think that you have to work hard, you have to work 10 to 12 hours, you have to study 10 to 12 hours in order to get a government job. But that is not correct. That is not correct, because I've been preparing student for last so many years. This is a common myth when they say that you have to work for 12 hours in order to get a job, a good government job, or good private, a good job in state government or the central government. Uh, why? Because there are many jobs. I'm not talking about UPSC here. UPSC is Union Public Service Commission. You want to become IAS or IPS officer. But if you don't want to become an IAS or IPS officer, then there are sectoral government job like IBPS clerk, bank clerk, IBPS PO, bank PO. In these kind of jobs, you don't require a very hard preparation or so much time you have to invest in preparation. Giving more than 1 to 2 hours, 1 hour to 2 hours per day is sufficient enough to get a job with a preparation of 6 months, 6 to 8 months. Now, do you know that recently Indian Railways have come up with vacancies? Now, Indian Railways are divided into zone, and one of the zone is Konkan Railway. We have North Zone, we have South Central Zone, and there are multiple zones. One of the zone is Konkan Railway, and every year Konkan Railway come up with more than 20,000 vacancies. Now, when we say Konkan, so I'm talking about Konkan region from Panvel to Mangalore. In this entire region, you can get a job. Now, the least participation in last 10 years in Konkan Railway is from people from Goa. So the again question is, there are vacancies for Goa, but then we are not applying, so we're not able to get a job. Then there are total 27 public sector banks, and there are 14 private sector bank or private banks like SDFC, ICICI, Axis. These are considered to be private bank, and there are total 27 public sector bank. One of them is Punjab National Bank, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India. Apart from SBI, of course, these there are 27 public sector bank, and these banks, along with private sector bank, they have more than 20 lakh employees, and they come up with more than 2 lakh vacancies every year. Now imagine 2 lakh vacancies. Let's talk about state of Goa. So for state of Goa, SBI clerk and IBPS clerk together this year released total number of 68 vacancies. That means 68 vacancies only for people from Goa can apply. If they do not apply, they do not qualify, then the government, these jobs will go to people from other state. Now the irony is that people don't apply. Why? Because we are not aware that these many vacancies are coming for Goans, but we are not aware about those vacancies. So you are losing a chance to get a government job in your home state. Suppose you don't want to move out of Goa, but still you are losing a chance to get a central government job in your own state. right? So public sector bank this year till now it has already created more than 40,000 vacancies. As I told you, 60 vacancies only for Goa for Goans. One of the other exam which is there, which is called SSC, which is called Staff Selection Commission. SSC CGL, full form is Staff Selection Commission, combined graduate level. That means any graduate can also answer this exam. After answering this exam, you become tax inspector, excise inspector, drug inspector, no, not drug inspector, excise, income tax. In all those departments, you get a job. You get posting in these departments. But this job is all India level. So if you do not want to move out of Goa, and if you want to work in Goa, then SSC you can apply just to keep a backup. And if you get a job, government job in your own state, so you can stay in Goa. But if you want to become IAS, sorry, tax inspector, if you want to become excise inspector, then you definitely answer SSC. SSC recruit more than 50,000 officers per year. Every year they recruit more than 50,000 officers. Now, what are the criteria? We'll discuss those criteria. Uh, there are different exams, public sector bank, which I've already discussed. One of the exams which is only for Goans. Now, this no people from other state cannot answer, which is called GPSC. GPSC has one of the vacancy, one of the exam they conduct is JSO, which is called Junior Scale Officer. Now, what happened? People who are just passed out or who are in third year and then they are planning to, they are getting passed out in next another 6 months, they can apply for GPSC JSO. But what I have seen in last 12 years in my stay in Goa, that people who passed out from college are not aware about that there is something called junior scale officer. These kind of vacancies does exist. Now, what is junior scale officer? Now, for IAS officer, you have to answer UPSC, but for GPSC JSO, you will become a post of deputy collector will be offered to you. Of course, initially you have to work in under various department, and then over a period of time you'll be promoted, and eventually you can become an IAS officer without answering UPSC. So GPSC is called Goa Public Service Commission. Now, under GPSC there are multiple vacancies which come every year. This year, I'll tell you the data because I have data and I have filed an RTI, and through RTI I got data. RTI is Right to Information Act. Through that I got data that there were 19, 20, total 27 vacancies were there, and 1,300 people across Goa applied for GPSC, out of which 1,100 people turned out and came and answered the exam, and out of 1,100 only 4 cleared the first uh, round. For 27 vacancies only 4 people are clearing the exam. So what is wrong here, right? There is something wrong, and we need to find out that what is wrong here, right? Because there are more number of vacancies, but less number of people are able to clear these exams. So you are again losing on a job, which is GPSC JSO. You're losing such prestigious job just because we are not answering it, because we are not aware about these exams. So now I told you that this is the exam. So now it is your duty to find out more details about these exams when the forms are out. Of course, we'll keep in touch, and you can always, I'll give you my number toward the end. You can always ask me more details about these exams. Next is Goa PSI, which is for sub inspector in police. They do conduct, but they have their written entrance exam. Written entrance exam consists of an aptitude based questions, questions based on Goa history, Goa geography, Goa civics, and then you have physical fitness exams over there. Recently they came up with vacancies some 4 months ago. Next is SSC, which I have already discussed you, Staff Selection Commission. One of the exam where again we have least participation is CDS. Now, CDS is called Combined Defense Services. You want to join Army, Navy, Air Force, you want to join paramilitary, or if you want to join BSF, you can answer CDS exam. Now, CDS exam will check you, is conducted by UPSC. They will check you on certain parameters. They can again have a paper which consists of 10th standard mathematics and some part of 11th and 12th. Then they have English, then they have GK, it's called General Studies paper. So you have to clear all those papers in order to get to CDS. Now many people think that if I join army I have to go on and fight a war. Uh, Fighting a war is not every army person cannot go and fight a war. So there are particular department for that. There are particular regiments. So it's called infantry and artillery. So infantry and artillery are the first line and second line of defense, and then they go and fight. Like if someone who is working in signals, there is no need to for them to go and war. Of course, they will be trained for war-like situation, but then they don't have to go to a war. So there are multiple departments. There is one department called Army Education Corps, where you have to become a teacher over there. You don't have to go and fight a war. So these are common misconceptions which people have, that if I go to join army and I have to fight a war. Okay, the next exam which we are again missing out on this, which is LICAAO, and they have recently created a vacancy which is also called ADO, Assistant Development Officer, and AAO is Assistant Administrative Officer. So development officer will be mostly on field, again not selling insurance. Remember that LIC does not mean that you have to go and sell insurance. That is the job of an agent which is hired by LIC. You will be completely on the payroll of central government, which is LIC, but the postings are local. So these are different exams, and then there are many other exams which you can answer. One of them is, as I told you, railway, in Konkan Railway. Then you can also answer RBI, which is called Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India, they come up with vacancies every year for Grade B officer, which is a very good post, highly reputed post, very good salary, very good perks and incentive. So that is there. And then we have other aptitude exam. In other aptitude exam, I just want to tell you about one exam, and that one exam is Air, Airport Authority of India. Now, Airport Authority of India also hire people. First preference is given to locals, because again, when you are on airport, you have to deal with local things more, right? Local. That is what the assumption of Airport Authority of India. So AAI has us come up with vacancies. I tell you one fact which you will be shocked to hear. 2019, again I'm talking about 2019, because after that Corona came, and then not much information available about the vacancies and other exams. But in 2019 there were 15 vacancies for local people. When we say local people, I'm talking about Goa. Zero people applied for that job. The salary which they offer is 70,000 rupees per month, the starting salary. But no, not a single one applied for that job. So yeah, why? Again, the awareness is not there. So I'm here to create an awareness. I'm giving you all the information needed. I'm there to help you. But work hard is something which you have to do. I can only push you to an extent, but after that, the lead which you have to take. Okay. There are vacancies, like as I told you, and frequency of exam. Bank PO management trainee IBPS is conducted twice in a year. SBI also conduct their exam for clerk and PO. Private banks do conduct their exams, and these public sector banks, they come up with, they have one vacancies for system engineers. That means various department of engineering. So if you're not an engineer, you cannot apply for that system engineer job, but other jobs you can always apply, like PO, clerk, rural recruitment board. That exam you can apply. There are two rounds for these exam. First is written entrance exam, and second is personal interview, or say interview. Vacancies approximately per year is created 2.5 lakh. As I told you, 2 lakh, close to 2.5 lakh. And the number of applicants who apply for this is 13 lakhs plus. So number are going up every year. So, if you want to get a government job, start preparing from now. If you are in third year or second year, start preparing. Another one I told you, SSC Staff Selection Commission, CGL. They conduct this exam once in a year, and the exam is for individual posts like excise inspector, tax inspector. There are three rounds, two written and one PI. Number of vacancies approximately 50,000, and the number of applicants who apply for that job is 10 lakh. Now there is an overlapping here. People who are answering banking exam are also answering SSC exam. So there is an overlapping. So don't read it 13 plus 10 23. So there is an overlapping, and most of the people who answer banking exam, they do answer SSC exam. Why? Because preparation is same. You don't have to go different preparation. Railways have so many vacancies, but for people who are graduate, they come up with vacancies. Uh, some limited vacancies in those posts. They conduct the exam twice a year. There are two rounds. One is written, second is personal interview. Aja, before I move forward, I want to tell you that for a clerk exam, which is for local post, for local people, they don't go for personal interview, but they go for language proficiency test. So if you are a Goan and you have cleared the prelims and mains exam of IBPS clerk or SPI clerk, you just have to answer a language proficiency test. That means if you are from Goa, you should know Konkani, right? Because you are going to interact with local people, so you should know Konkani. Next is railways, as I told you. Number of applicants again 8 lakhs. Again, there is an overlapping of number of applicants in all these cases. And then CDS. CDS is Combined Defense Services, conducted by UPSC, done twice a year. There are three rounds: written, SSP, and physical fitness. SSP is called Staff Selection Board. Vacancy is approximately 80,000, and number of applicants is 3 lakh. Various salaries and compensation for PO and MT management training and FPI PO. The salaries is range between 50,000 to 70,000. The best part about getting a job in bank, I tell you, right? I have my Sadhu Bhai, my, I don't know what you call Sadhu Bhai in English. He is working in bank and he got loan from bank because he is working with PNB. He got two loans. He took two loans of 50 lakh rupees at rate of interest 4%. That too simple interest. Now what? When you go to bank, bank offers you compound interest, gives you compound interest. They charge you compound interest. But for people who are working in bank, they give loan only on simple interest, and you can only pay interest. At the end, when you are retiring, you can pay, the remaining amount from your gratuity. So that is one of the most uh, best part about getting a government job. Then sub inspector and inspector, the average salary being offered is 55,000 to 75,000. You get all government facilities. You must be aware about various government facilities. Railways offer you 30,000 to 65,000, and then all government facility. Now, why railway is offering less salary? Why? Because they provide you pension. While banks have stopped giving pension, so many of the government exams they've stopped giving pension. Only railways and defense are getting pensions. And then CDS, lieutenant, sub lieutenant, or flying officer. The salary is 70,000 to 90,000. The highest salary is offered to the defense officer, plus various facilities you get. Multiple facilities you have in defense. Okay. What is the selection procedure for these exams? So, as I told you, selection process is written. Once you clear written, you have to go for an interview. Once you clear that interview, a merit list is being made, and if you fall in that criteria of their criteria of selecting a candidate, if you fall into that, you will be offered a job. The written test consists of general awareness. Now, many of us are not very good at this. Let us agree to this. Why? Because we don't read newspaper these days. We are mostly mostly we are on Instagram and to some extent Facebook. But Instagram or Facebook doesn't increase our general awareness because we never search for that. Everything aside, but start reading newspaper, something which you will love because you're going to enhance your knowledge like anything. Your thought process will improvise. Your thought process will be unidirectional after that. Second is general English, which Goans are very good in English, compared to any other part of India except South. So South Indians too are good in English, and Goans are good in English. So this is one section where I've seen people score very good marks in that. And third is quantitative aptitude. Now, when we say quant, it is mathematics. Now, if your maths is not your subject, you have to start taking interest in mathematics. And the best way to take interest in mathematics is you have to fall in love. Now, how to fall in love with mathematics or maths as such? Because maths is something which can help you to clear cutoff for any competitive exam which I have mentioned. All these exam will have questions based on aptitude. What are aptitude based question? We have certain exams, few examples in this slide which we'll discuss further. So if you want to become very good in quantitative aptitude, start using mathematics. When you see two digit number, four digit number, start adding them, subtracting them, multiplying them without using calculator, of course. When you go out and buy something from, let's say you're going to Delphinos or you're going to buy some stuff from supermarket or any shop, and you take stuff, right? Start calculating mentally, and you tell them that this is the bill amount. Don't use it calculator, of course. And you tell them first time, second time, third time, fourth time. But when you do it as a continuous process, you will start loving it. The other person will respect you. "Oh, this guy is good in maths." And and if you keep on doing this, they will sometimes don't even look at you. No, no, you are good in maths, so you must have done it correct. Many people do this with me. When I go and I calculate the amount and I tell them that this is the amount I have to pay, and they get impressed. So you can also impress me. And the fourth one is reasoning ability. And there is one more. Reasoning ability means logical reasoning based questions. Now there are multiple topics in logical reasoning. We have a few slides where we have covered those. And the last is marketing aptitude and computer knowledge. Computer knowledge tests you get in bank PO exam. If you're preparing for clerk exam, they don't ask you questions based on uh, computers. Any doubt till now? My screen is full, so you have to tell me. You have to, on mic. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope everything is clear till now, right? And
Yes, sir.
whatever question and doubts are there, we'll discuss it. Now, selection procedure. As I told you, you have to qualify written exam as well as you have to qualify interview. Some interview questions are very direct. They will ask you, tell me something about yourself, basic questions, your knowledge about the local, if you're locals, your knowledge about the local languages, local area, local history, Indian polity. That's it. And on basis of that, a merit list is made. For clerk exam, if you are going, because clerk exam you will be posted in Goa itself, so they will only check language proficiency test, and for that they give you 6 months ka time to prepare. So once you clear your written exam, pre and mains, they give you 6 months ka time to appear for language proficiency test. So for each vacancies, the number of people are being called are three. That means selection ratio is 1:3. Out of every three people who come for interview, one gets selected for these jobs. And as I told you, final selection will be made on the basis of candidate performance and written test and interview taken together. So your combined score. So you cannot mess up an interview. Although you clear the written exam and then you mess up in the interview, then you will lose a good job to get a government job. A brief idea about the test pattern. Topic asked under various subject, quantitative aptitude. That some of the topics are not all topics we have covered. Number system, simple interest, compound interest, percentage, profit and loss, ratio and proportion, time, speed, distance, time and work, data interpretation, discount, and data sufficiency. These are some of the topics. We have not covered all the topics. There are total 22 topics in which you have to prepare. But all these topics you have already done in smaller classes, 8, 9, and 10th, you have already discussed. So they're not going to ask you calculus from 11th or 12th standard, because this exam is for everyone and everyone has studied maths till 10th standard. Second is reasoning. In reasoning, the questions which you see, you have solved questions based on reasoning most time on the internet or on Facebook or Instagram, when they ask you ki there are three flowers, so flower plus flower plus flower is equal to 30. Then there is one shoe plus flower minus apple is equal to 20. Those kind of questions belong to reasoning. Those are called visual reasoning. Here we get visual as well as non-visual reasoning. So non-visual reasoning, we have coding, decoding, we have series, we have odd one out, making word symbol based logic, conclusion, then syllogism, logical statement and conclusion based questions, arrangement. There are multiple arrangements are there, sitting arrangement, height based, series based, coding based, blood relation type of multiple types of questions are there. One of the question is pointing toward a photograph. A man says that her mother's sister is my some relative. So those are the questions which are asked in blood relation. I'm just giving you one example. That is not the only things that to be there. Okay. And as I told you, visual reasoning. In English, rules of grammar for sentence correction, vocabulary, in vocabulary, synonyms, antonyms, idioms, odd man out, spelling, they might ask you analogies, sentence correction, finding an error in the sentence, uh, error spotting, which you call it, underline, face replacement, a wrong word in the sentence, reading comprehension. RC's, scoring, but often can be confusing. Some like PO exam, they ask you questions on RC, which are very confusing at times. Parajumbles, question based on parajumbles, sentences. Parajumble means some 4 to 5 statements are given to you. You have to jumble up them and you have to write them in proper order. General knowledge, yes, as I told you, start reading newspaper, especially Economic Times and Times of India. Two newspaper are sufficient enough, or you can read the Hindu and Economic Times. But one financial based newspaper you should read, not only because you are preparing for these government exam, but sound financial knowledge is also very important, because any which way you are going to go into job and you need to take care of finances. General knowledge and current business knowledge, that means what is happening, what are the merger and acquisition happened, who took over what are new age edutech companies, fintech companies, those things you should know. There are some sample questions which I have taken from past year's paper. Like this question came, these are the questions came in general knowledge. Who is the Prime Minister of India, President of India, Vice President of India, Home Minister of India? So Prime Minister is Narendra Modi, President is Ramnath Kovind, Vice President is Venkaiah Naidu, Home Minister is Amit Shah. Which is the cleanest city in India? So this is Indore, it's my city. Who is the CEO of Infosys? Who is the cricket and hockey coach of India presently? Now this is now tricky question, fourth one. Why this is a tricky question? Because when they make a paper, so and suddenly now the coach is who is the coach of Indian cricket team is Rahul Dravid, right? Before that it was Ravi Shastri, but when they were making a paper, because paper is generally go for publication 2 to 3 months in advance, and when they make a paper, so they will put Ravi Shastri, and if Ravi Shastri and Rahul Dravid both are there, then you have confusion ki, oh, what I'm going to write here, because some people will that presently is Rahul Dravid and it was Ravi Shastri. So in such cases, you always have to answer, since the question clearly says that presently. So you have to answer presently Rahul Dravid and they have to give you marks. It has happened, those kind of confusion sometimes it happens. So they give you marks for both. Even if you write Ravi Shastri, they will give you marks for that. Okay. So these are some of the questions. Chairman of RBI, Shakti Kanta Das, full form of RBI, Reserve Bank of India, State Bank of India, HDFC, Housing Development Financial Corporation. This is English. I'm very poor in English. My English is not that great. So, the price of all petroleum product is controlled by the government. So we have to find out the error. So if error is there in A, we have to mark that answer as A. If error is there in all petroleum product, we have to mark answer as B. and so on. If there is no error, you have to mark answer as option E. This is one question of English. What do you think should be the answer? Anyone? Okay, fine. You can always text me the correct answer. There is tax benefit for the income of senior citizen. Is there any error or there's no error? If there is an error, which option is an error? A, B, C, D, or E? See, these are the type of question. This is what I'm just telling you. The type of question. Yes. Okay. I don't know for English. Yeah, this is my favorite subject now. There is this question that question mark plus 24 is equal to under root of 2209. So what you will get in question of question mark? So this is basically a simple equation based question, but how we are going to find out under root of 2209? Calculators are not allowed only. So how we are going to find out the value of under root of 2209? So understand, see, under root of 2209 is 47, square of 47. So under root of 2209 will be 47, and then you have to do 47 minus 24. So what is 47 minus 24? Yes?
20, 23.
Yes. So you'll get this whole value inside the root is 23. So now you have to write square of 33 inside the square of 23 inside the in place of question mark. Because this is 47, this is 24. So when you do this, so this will give you under root of 23. Sorry, 23. And then you do 23 square. So what is 23 square? Okay, so difficult thing, right? Okay, so you someday you come to my class. I'll arrange one demo class for all of you. You attend that class, and I'll tell you that how to solve this question within 15 seconds without using copy pencil. Without touching your pen or pencil, you can solve this question in 15 seconds. And if you practice it, you can solve this question in 10 seconds. And believe me, this is an actual question. So in 10 seconds, if you are able to solve, even if you are solving one question in 15 seconds, imagine in 1 minute you can solve four questions and you get 20 minutes for that section. So on an average, you can solve 80 questions, but number of questions which you have to answer in 20 minutes is 35. A lot of maths. Okay. So quantitative aptitude. Another question is the owner of a cell phone shop charges his customer 23% more than the cost price. And if the customer paid 7011 for the cell phone, then what was the cost price of the cell phone? So what you will do in these kind of question, see, cost price it always equal to 100%. And on that 100%, he is charging 23% more. So suppose cost price, suppose you sorry, yes, someone said something. Okay, so 123 is equal to 7011. So you have to find out that if 123% is equal to 7011, then what will be 100% equal to, because 100% is your cost price. So you have to divide 7011 with 123. That will give you your cost price. Now, of course, 123 and 7011 both are divisible by 3, so you can cancel it with 3, and then you can further divide it, so you can get the answer for this. So this is something again can be solved without lifting your pen or pencil, but for that there are some basic things you should know. There is one topic called multiplying factor. So in multiplying factor, this answer can be solved within a fraction of second, not fraction of second, within 10 seconds. So these are the type of questions which they ask in these exams. But since you are not aware about the shortcuts, you are going to take long cuts, and then it will take a lot of time for you to solve those questions. This is another question which is based on mathematics. Both questions are based on mathematics. You can take a screenshot if you want to, and if you want, you can send me the answer for this. But of course, without using any source, you have to do it on your own. Both questions you can, the previous one also, if you want, you can take a screenshot of this, and you can always send it to me, the solution, and this one, these two. Done. Think and answer this question, these questions to me, and tell me how much time you take. And once I'm going to take your demo class in your college only, if sir permits me in future, so I'll take one demo class, and then I'll tell you how to use the mathematics tricks to get the answer within 10 seconds. Okay, this is sample question based on logical reasoning. Now what you should get, what should be the next term, or say, so there will be so many options which will be given to you. You have to choose the correct option. Now if you look at this first D, if you take D, then if you look at next two alphabets D E, if you take three alphabets D E F, then D E F G, then D E F G H, then D E F G H I C. You take first alphabet D, then you take two alphabets D E, then you take D E F. So it is going in continuation. How it is there in alphabetical order. So this is question based on series called letter series. This is question based on syllogism. Syllogism, that some tables are hut, no hut is ring, all rings are bangles. Then these are conclusions. So which conclusion is true? One is true, two is true, or none of the conclusion are true. Or one can be true, two can be true. So this question is based on syllogism. Now syllogism is again another topic which is very frequently 4 to 5 questions they ask in any government exam. So you can search it on Google what syllogism is to find out more detail about it. What are the keys to crack these exams? Simple, you have to clear the cutoffs. And to clear the cutoff, you have to answer as many questions as possible. Second thing, it is not that you just solve a question. You have, your speed has to be very good. And when you get very good speed, when you keep on practicing, that means you have to continuously, challenge yourself. Every time you go to a shop, every time you find 5% of some number, find out 5% of some number. If someone asks you, if someone tells you that I've got 60% of marks, so you'll ask them, 60%, okay, I'll find out mentally. These are mathematical tools which you can do in your day to use it in your day-to-day life. Like how we are comfortable in economics, how we are comfortable in other languages, how we are comfortable in science also, but not comfortable in maths. There is a reason behind it, because maths is not used day-to-day life. Nobody asks you, tell me root 2, tell me how are you root 2 ka value, tell me what is the value of root 3. They don't ask you. You simply ask you, how are you? You say, fine. So, where is mathematics involved in this? But if you see, mathematics is involved everywhere, but then we don't realize it. And that is why, people have this nightmare of mathematics, because we don't use it in day to day life. And that is how people find mathematics difficult. But it is one of the most easiest subject. This, of course, for me, but it can be for you also. Why? Because uh, in 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2009, I answered CAT exam. Now, CAT is another exam which, can be answered after graduation for management entrance, for management colleges. One of the management colleges, IIM Ahmedabad. I think all of you know about those colleges. IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, Lucknow, Indore. There are six IIMs. In my time, it was six IIMs. Now there are many more. So in 2006, I got 96 percentile in CAT exam, and in 2007, 8, and 9, my percentile were 99.3, 99.77, and 99.8. 3 consecutive year I scored 99 percentile plus. But why? Just because I used to score very high in mathematics. So my English, which was my weakness, was compensated by mathematics and data interpretation and logical reasoning. So if you are good in maths, your logical reasoning is bound to be very good. So, and these exam consist of three sections: maths, logical reasoning, and English. And all three has equal weightage. So 66.66 percentage I used to score just because of mathematics, means from two sections, and which increased my percentile up to 99. Okay, speed with average accuracy is the only key to get it. As I told you, very high speed, and even if your accuracy is average, you can still get into clear these exams. But you have to work on your speed part. Okay. Is training required? Depends. Now, many people there are many people who don't require any kind of training. So, who are they? Those who are engineers who did their engineering because they had mathematics, and then they are comfortable in mathematics, so they don't require any special kind of training for these exams. Sometimes they do require because they don't know the shortcuts. So, first key area which every individual has to work is the speed part. Speed has to be very good. Second is accuracy. Even if your accuracy is 70 to 80 percentage and you have very high speed, you can still able to crack these exams and get a government job. Third is knowledge. Now, when it comes to knowledge, what kind of knowledge I'm talking about in this slide? Knowledge is that if there is a question which is very difficult, now that question is difficult not for you, for the entire population. So suppose you waste time on solving a question. So then, and there is another person who is writing this exam in some other corner of India, and he realized that I have to leave this question. Why? Because I'm going to waste a lot of time on this question. So this is what you call knowledge. So you should have a proper knowledge. Which questions to attempt, which questions to leave. Nobody can solve all questions. 100 question in 60 minutes, difficult to solve. But which questions to leave is more important. And interview skills. Now, interview skills is something which people who have already gone through these exams or gone through can help you to prepare for these interview. So, how we come into picture, how we can help you. We have well experienced faculties who themselves have cracked these exams. As I told you, I took example. There are many other people, many other faculties which we have who got into this exam, and we have recently one of our student also cracked this exam. I'll show you his picture also. Now, here we are the only institute who provide strategy sessions. That means in one-to-one session we tell students what is the strategy to clear these exams. Why? Because we have experts for that. We have already, as I told you, already cleared these exams. They can only tell you. That means if you go to, if you are suppose going to work out in some gym, and you find out that the person who is giving you exercise himself is not certified, you will probably have doubts in your mind whether that person will be able to guide you or not properly. You know, of course, this is an example which everyone could relate, so I gave you. Then another best point about classes is it is one-to-one classes. We provide one-to-one classes to all the students. Apart from regular classes, we call them on one-to-one regular basis so that they can clear their doubts, whatever doubts you have. And then well-defined study material and mock test. We also provide it to students. Mock test, where we provide you mock test, and then there we have all India ranking, so you can check where you stand on all India level. Okay. There is one more program which we run, which is those who are planning in this group, those who are planning to study abroad. I'm not talking about work permit, I'm talking about study. So if you want to go to USA, if you want to go to Canada, if you want to go to UK, want to go to Australia, Germany, or any other country for higher education. So we do provide preparations, or we mentor student for study abroad. And for study abroad, you have to answer IELTS, TOEFL. So we prepare exam for GRE, IELTS, TOEFL, SAT, and GMAT. So these are the exams we provide student training for. Okay. As I told you about our achiever, his name is Ankush Singh. Now he was initially working in Madgaon in one of the banks called Bank of Maharashtra. Recently, he cleared his IBPS clerk pre and mains. He also cleared his SBI clerk and mains exam, and now he is going to get a job. And he is going to get a job in Goa. And then he also cleared SBI PO prelims and mains 2021. So we can also bring him one day if you are all willing to come. So he can guide you in a better way because he himself cleared these exams. Right. Okay, let's move on to queries if you have any. Can we have question and answer round if you have any? Yes. Okay. So you can ask your questions if you have any. So I'm there to help you out with everything. Yes, guys. You should ask questions. Like more grilling you should do to the person who is there. Always ask questions to them. Okay. Okay. So if like I hope you like the presentation. Uh, for any queries, you can always contact the office address is mentioned. It is Gera Imperium Green. It is on Mala Bhat. The office number is 103, and the phone numbers are also mentioned. And we require your feedback too. So if you can give us your feedback, right, in the message box, or you can note down these numbers. Acha. And there is one message in the link is provided in the message box. So if you can provide us your feedback, it will be very good for us. We can improvise next time. Okay, just 1 second. Rachna, okay. Yes, we do provide coaching for these exams, Rachna. We do have coaching institute, and that's why I gave you the number in the screen. So you can always call us whenever you want. You can always come for the counseling part. We'll counsel you, and if you are willing to take any of these exams, we'll guide you step by step how to go about these exams. So we do provide coaching for these exams, but then uh, you can always come and have one-to-one discussion with us, and then you can make your informed choices. Yes, Rachna, you can always. I will write down my number to all of you. This is my number, so you can always contact me on this number. This is my number, and the other number, office number, is also given to you 9028150028. You can contact this number. Okay, so those who have doubt, you can always ping me, and the numbers are also mentioned. 74107 98801. So all these numbers you can contact on any of the number. Uh, okay. So thank you so much to all of you, and I'll give the sir Andrew sir. Okay, please fill the feedback form which is provided.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, sir, I'm done. So I've asked them questions. Some of them have asked, and whatever doubts they have, always can be cleared on our end.
Yes, dear students, I request you all that you all fill this feedback form. To this feedback form also, and also to the contact details that are given by sir. So you can always get back to him and he can clear your doubts. Mr. Sushil, thank you for the webinar.
Thank you
It
so much,
was
sir.
a very engaging webinar as far as I was going through it. And hopefully our students, even though they might have not asked much questions, many of their doubts must have got clear. And in case they want to pursue more into the same line, then they can get in contact with you and
Yes, sir.
accordingly go ahead. Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
on behalf of Father Agnel College, our staff, management, principal, and students. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Andrew, sir. Thank you so much for your precious time you were there. Thank you so much for all the encouragement. And we look forward to meet you in person soon, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, everyone. Please fill the feedback form, and we'll meet you soon uh, once the colleges opens. Okay. Thank you. We'll end with the